Hi everyone, in this video we are going to see about harmonics. What are the causes and effects of harmonics? Then what is the difference between odd harmonics and even harmonics and the metrics used to measure the harmonics. Let us see what do you mean by harmonics. So if you take our power system, the power plant generates a sine wave which will be transmitted and then distributed to our home. So here also we will get the sine wave. The sine wave generated by the power plant will be either 50 Hz or 60 Hz depending upon the country we live. For example, if you take India and China, they have 50 Hz power supply, whereas US, Canada have 60 Hz sine wave. So it depends upon the country where you live. You may have a 50 Hz supply or a 60 Hz sine wave form. This is a 50 Hz sine wave. So the total time period for one complete cycle is 20 milliseconds. So how do you get this 20 millisecond? We know time period is equal to 1 by frequency. So 1 by 50 is 0.02 second, which can be written as 20 millisecond. So for a 50 Hz sine wave, it is 20 millisecond. So this 50 Hz is called the fundamental frequency or first order harmonics. In our home, we have lot of electrical appliances, or you can take any industry, we need electricity for everything. All the machines and the equipment are designed to operate with the pure sine waveform. Okay, whether it is a 50 Hz or 60 Hz, it needs a pure sine waveform. But in most cases, this waveform get distorted due to several reasons. So under these conditions also the device will operate, but we will see some effect in its operation. So let us see about that later. If you measure your power supply with some harmonic analyzer or any other instrument, you can find that instead of a desired pure sine waveform, you may get a distorted waveform like this. It may not be pure waveform. It will be in the form of a sine wave, but some distortions are there. So now who is the culprit? So this is our desired waveform. Somebody is adding unwanted signals into it and making it a distorted waveform. So who is the culprit here? We are using lot of LED lights, so many power converters, computers, printers, arc furnace, VFD, electric vehicles. All these are major source of harmonics. So we think these are all instruments which are helping us in a great way, but these are the major source of harmonics. Let us see how harmonics are produced first. Let us take a simple example. Here we have a pure sinusoidal voltage which is applied to a non-linear resistor. So it can be any load which has a non-linear property. Now non-linear means this VI relation is not linear. So the current drawn by this resistor will not be aligning with or in phase with this source voltage. So it will be something like this. So the current waveform is distorted, but the voltage waveform remains the same. So the current drawn by the resistor is polluting the environment. In case of a diode bridge rectifier, you can see the current waveform is completely distorted because all the devices will not be conducting at the same time in a rectifier. Similarly, if we use a thyristor instead of a diode, we use firing angle or alpha to control the output voltage. But what happens is that as you increase the alpha, the instant at which the current starts to flowing will change. So this will completely change the phase relation between the voltage and current, and it will surely affect the power quality to a large extent. So we can say that this nonlinear load is the major culprit in introducing the harmonics into the system. Now let us see what are harmonics. So harmonics means they are sinusoidal voltage, but their frequencies are integer multiple of supply frequency or fundamental frequency. So if you have a 50 Hertz signal as a fundamental frequency, integer multiple of that. Uh, if you say 2 into 50 is 100, 150, 200, 250, all these are called harmonics. You can see this from this chart. So this one, first one is the fundamental frequency. F is the fundamental frequency which corresponds to 50 Hertz signal. This is what we need. Okay. But what happens? All these harmonics, that is high frequency components, are superimposed on this fundamental component. So this 2F, 3F, 4F, 5F, 6F, all these are called harmonics. So these are actually unwanted signals which are added to the fundamental signal. So harmonics are higher frequency waveforms which are superimposed onto the fundamental frequency. So if I use a filter to remove the harmonics from this waveform, I will get the fundamental waveform. This sine waveform, I will get it. But here I am getting another waveform because some other waveforms are superimposed on this fundamental waveform. So if the fundamental frequency F1 is 50 Hertz, we can write the harmonic frequency FH is equal to F1 into H, where H is the order of harmonics, or you can write H is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is integers. Okay. Next we will see about the order of harmonics. So the frequency, if the frequency of this sine wave is 50 Hertz, we call that as a fundamental frequency. So our supply frequency is the fundamental frequency. It may be 50 Hertz or 60 Hertz depending upon the country. So now I have taken the fundamental frequency as 50 Hertz, which is also called as the first order harmonics. So what will be the second order harmonic frequency? 2 into 50, so it should be 100 Hertz. So you can draw, this is a 50 Hertz signal. I can draw the 100 Hertz signal here. So this is a 100 Hertz signal. So for 50 Hertz, we saw 20 milliseconds as the total time period. For 100 Hertz, 1 by 100. So 1 by 100 is nothing but 10 milliseconds. So the total time period should be 10 milliseconds for a sine wave. So that is the 100 Hertz. Or you can see that here you get two sine waves in one cycle of a 50 Hertz. Then we call this as a second order harmonics. You can see here this is one complete cycle which is first order harmonic or fundamental harmonic. In second order, second harmonic, you have two sine waves within this one period. Then third order means it should be, the frequency is 150 Hertz. So 3 waveforms should be there. And fourth order means 4 waveforms will be there. One positive, one negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. There are two types of harmonics, odd harmonics and even harmonics. All odd numbers constitute the odd harmonics and even number contribute to the even harmonics. So we know 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, all these things are odd harmonics. This odd harmonics is the most common in power system. This chart shows the THD of a current waveform. And here we can see the order of harmonics. So 1 represents the fundamental component. That is what we need. So remaining are all odd harmonics. You can see the number 3, 5, 7, 9. So this is third harmonic, fifth harmonic, seventh harmonic. So we have to remove all these harmonics by some means. If you are not filtering it properly, or if you give a harmonic current to the device, for example, if the machine is fed with the harmonic current, then machine gets heated easily. The temperature of the motor will increase, and if it is in case of a transformer, derating may be there, and it leads to more losses. In case of even harmonics, for example, let us take the output of a square wave inverter. So because most of the home inverters, they can give you a square wave output or a sine wave output. Let us take a square wave inverter. So inside this square waveform, you will get a sine waveform. That is, the fundamental component will be a sine waveform plus some harmonics are there. So if you remove the harmonics, you will get the sine wave here. Okay. Now this square waveform is symmetrical. The main advantage of even harmonics is that when the waveform is symmetrical, even harmonics gets cancelled. So this you can check by doing the Fourier analysis. So if you find this harmonics, it will be only odd harmonics will be present inside the square. Let us see how we are getting this distorted waveform. So let us take a fundamental waveform, which is a pure sine waveform. Add to this, let us take a third order harmonic. You can take any order harmonic and you can check it in any software. If you know MATLAB, in MATLAB also you can check it. Take a fundamental wave, third order harmonic or fifth order, any order harmonic you take, add it. You can see that you will get a waveform of this shape. This waveform is sinusoidal, but still both are sinusoidal waveforms, both get added, but it looks a distorted waveform. So in this case, the third order harmonics is in phase with this fundamental component. Now, instead of adding the third order harmonics in phase, if I invert it, that is, this is 180-degree out of phase, if we add it, you may get a waveform like this. So it depends upon what type of harmonics. If I add fifth order harmonic, the waveform is going to be different. So depending upon the harmonic components present in the waveform, the distortion or distorted waveform shape will differ. We saw about the distorted waveform that it includes a fundamental component as well as harmonic component. It is necessary to get a knowledge about the harmonic component so that you can design a filter, or by some means we have to remove the harmonic components and we need only the fundamental component. We can write the RMS equation. Vrms is equal to square root of this thing. So here V1 is the only component we need and all these are harmonic components. So I can write the VH harmonic component as the remaining thing. So otherwise we can write root of the total VRMS square minus the fundamental component. If you remove it, you will get the harmonic component. Next we will see how to measure this harmonics. There are various devices to measure the harmonics. The commonly used one is power quality analyzer. Then there are different metrics were used to measure the amount of harmonics in the system. Let us see about that. The commonly used metric is the total harmonic distortion THD, which will measure how much an electrical signal deviates from a pure sine wave. So in this picture you can see a blue color waveform, which is the ideal pure sine waveform, and this is the actual waveform which deviates from the original waveform. So here the THD, if you measure the THD of this red color waveform, it will show you how much it has deviated from the original waveform. So THD is given by this formula, which will be with respect to the fundamental component V1. That is from ideal one, how much it has deviated. There are IEEE standards for the THD. It is different for each application, and in case of a voltage THD and current THD, it is different. So if you take a voltage THD, it should be less than 5% at the point of common coupling. So point of common coupling is here. So this is the place where you will connect your solar PV plant or a wind energy plant to the utility. So suppose you have a PV plant and you want to inject the PV power into the grid, you cannot simply inject whatever you are getting. So you should make sure that at this point of common coupling, the voltage is having a THD less than 5%. You should make sure that. In case of current THD, It depends upon the system size. In most of the cases, it should be less than 5%, but there is no specified defined limit for the current THD. This is a graph taken from the power quality analyzer for a current waveform. So you can see here 0.996, it indicates that it has measured the current magnitude as around 1 amps. That 1 amps current is having a THD of 3.7%. So from this power quality analyzer, you can measure what is the power factor also. What was the frequency at that time? You can see here 49.88%, 88 hertz is the frequency at that time. So you can measure all these parameters and you should ensure that this THD is within the prescribed limit. So that limit depends upon several factors which will be defined by the IEEE. So you can see here if the bus voltage at the PCC is less than 1 kilowatt, your total harmonic THD can be this much percentage. But in case of an individual harmonic means, for example, if it is a fifth harmonic, its limit should be less than 5%. That also they have given the harmonic number. If the harmonic number is less than or equal to 50, this individual harmonic can be within this limit. Let us take the another case where the THD is 28.8%. So depending upon the current or the nature of the current, a harmonic THD percentage can be anything. So normally for voltage, this THD is preferred, but for current, another metric called total demand distortion is widely used. So which is nothing but the ratio of short circuit current to maximum demand load current at PCC. If you see the effect of harmonics, it can damage the equipment, it can derate the machine, more losses will be there, it will increase the temperature. Sometimes even at home you can feel that when your inverter is working, when there is a power failure and your home inverter is working with a square wave inverter, you may get a noise from your ceiling fan or it may vibrate. So all these things are because of harmonics. So in this video, we have seen about the basics about harmonics. Let us recall what we have seen in this video. Harmonics are sinusoidal voltages having frequencies that are integer multiples of supply frequency. So for 50 Hz supply, the third harmonic will be 150 Hz and fifth harmonic will be 250 Hz. The major source of harmonics are power electronic converters and nonlinear loads. There are different matrices to measure the harmonics. One such thing is the total harmonic distortion or the THD, which will tell you how much an electrical signal deviates from a pure sine wave. So in case of a voltage THD, it should be less than 5% at the point of common coupling. For current, the THD depends upon the system size, but usually it should be less than 5%. If you like the video, do subscribe to Read Electric Vehicle channel. Thank you.